going to start with a quote. If I wasn't afraid of going to prison, I would shoot those people if I saw them walking down the street. This is a direct quote from an individual who came to my office in May of this year to express their disgust after YWCA NCW's endorsement of events in June, which is widely known as Pride Month. This piece of feedback was not an isolated event, and I could fill my entire 3 minutes regurgitating all of the violent comments that I've received about our LGBTQ+ community members, but I'm not going to do that. In stark contrast, during the events of Pride in Wenatchee, thousands, and I repeat, thousands of people came together in celebration of the wonderful diversity of our community. At this point, you're probably asking, why is she telling us this? This all happened last spring and summer. Why is she dredging up the past? And I'm here for a couple of reasons. One, because we know that the hostility from some community members who would rather choose violence than to expand and include all of our community exists all year round, not just in the month of June. And make no mistake, our LGBTQ+ community members have always existed here and deserve to feel safe here. And two, because YWCA NCW has and will continue to fiercely advocate for and support the building of a truly safe and inclusive community. Regardless of differing values, no one should feel worried about their safety for simply existing while walking down the street. As a YWCA NCW representative, I do want to make sure to thank the City of East Wenatchee for your continued support of our programs, ensuring that we can serve those pushed to the margins of our community, whether it be through housing or advocacy or education or at our thrift store. I appreciate being given the time to tell you about my experience, and I look forward to continuing to strengthen our community in partnership with the City of East Wenatchee. Thank you. So the meeting tonight, which was the City Council meeting for the City of East Wenatchee, was a pretty regular meeting. One of the action items that they were voting on this evening was the adoption of a policy for banners to be on city property, on city poles. So there are banners that happen multiple times a year throughout the city that reflect events or holidays, and the action item tonight was to talk about the adoption of a policy for approval of those banners. Basically, what the gist is that local cities are having to make a decision right now for these types of policies because of basically First Amendment reasons. So cities have to either decide that anybody and everybody can absolutely have their event and their banner hung in city, on city property. So therefore, the feeling behind that is that city endorsed, regardless of values, regardless of affiliation or organizational affiliation. So the city has to either decide that they're going to let anybody and everybody engage in that, or they have to have a policy that restricts banners on city property that align with city values and ongoing efforts. So some of those, the ones that we were most excited about was the diversity, equity, and inclusion ideals that the city will always take into consideration. The city voted to accept the policy that they put forward, which is great news for us. It's great news for any equity-driven organization, and the best part is that the banners that were hung down city streets last year for the month of June for Pride Month, they were rainbow banners, and they indicate inclusivity and safety and equity in our community. Will be able to be hung again, and there will not be leg for people to stand on who oppose that for hateful reasons. Big win, yeah, big win for equity in our community.